Okay, so with Ilya Taporia giving his belt back and going up to 155, leaving featherweight for good, ending his generational title run, it seems like a good time to talk about who the real 145 GOAT is, alright? Because I feel like this is one of the most debated weight classes when it comes to the GOAT discussion. I feel like each weight class has a clear GOAT, but featherweight, man, a lot of people say different stuff. Some people living in the 90s still saying Jose Aldo, man. You just can't compare to that title run he had. 10 years, man, undefeated. Fuck that, all right? It's not Jose Aldo. Some people, no one thinks it's Max. Let's be real, all right? Recency bias. A lot of people are saying Ilya Taptoro's the new GOAT. Fuck that. No, all right? Then there's the people with brains, because it is indeed Alexander Volkanovski. Spoiler alert, all right? It is Alexander Volkanovski, and it's not even close, all right? If Ilya had stayed at 145, beat Volk again, then maybe took care of a young upcoming contender like Mavzar or Diego Lopez, sure, I'll give it to the kid, all right? But he left. He's done at featherweight, it seems. I can't make the weight. I'm 5'5". Oh, rip. He can make the weight, all right? He's running from Old Man. He's running from Volk. He doesn't want the rematch. Okay, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, I think it's Volkanovski. I'm going to say that now because I'm not gonna wait till the end. I'm not gonna make you wait, bro. If you wanna leave now, go ahead. But I'm gonna explain now why I think it's Volk, and then I'm gonna list each one in order I think it goes, because I think it's pretty simple. You look at their resumes, you look at their wins, it's pretty simple. And I know what you're thinking, alright? Maybe I should wait to make this video until Volk vs. Lopez happens. Nah, alright? Volk's getting the belt back. I'm so confident he's gonna 50-45 Diego Lopez, maybe even TKO him if he feels like it, alright? He'll TKO him if he fucking feels like it. But yeah, Volk is getting the belt back, gonna become a 2-time champion, and he's gonna be the clear GOAT, even clearer then. I think it's pretty clear now, but if he gets the belt back, sure. There's a asterisk. Oh, Ilya's the real champ. Yeah, fuck that. He left the division, gave his belt back. I don't want to hear that talk, okay? We can't just disrespect the 145 champions that come the next couple of years because Ilya left. All right, that's not how it works. Sure, is it a bit weird and Ilya would probably beat them all? Sure, but guess what? He's not here. All right, he's gone. And when it comes to this list, I will not be counting any wins or losses outside of the 145 division. All right, so Jose's whole career at 135, don't count it. Volk's loss to Islam, both of them, don't count them. Max's win against Justin Gaethje, don't count them. All right, this is who was the best 145er ever. Maybe that isn't the way I should do it. Maybe you should take account to everything, but that's like all time. All right, this is just 145, who was the best. And let me explain. All right, Volkanovski, man, has one loss being Ilya Taporia, which, do I need to say, it's not a fucking bad loss, all right? Ilya Taporia, he could be a future GOAT. Like, I'm not really trying to be one of those guys who, he's the GOAT, man, like, but it's realistic. If he beats Islam, if he defends 155, like, if he goes up to 170, becomes a triple champ, like, I don't think that'll happen, but he has a plan, he has a route to become a GOAT of the sport, so not a bad loss. And Volkanovski, man, dude, like, Volkanovski, I wasn't the biggest fan back in the day, but now I really appreciate his run. Sure, does he not get as many finishes? He doesn't really have power in his hands. I don't care, okay? This dude had one of the most generational title runs ever. And you want to talk about Ilya's wins, like having a KO win over Max? Sure, first guy to KO Max. He's a power puncher. Insane win. But, bro, try beating him 3 times, all right? Volk beat this dude 3 times. And in the third fight, he 50-45'd him, basically. He 50-45'd Max Holloway, one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the UFC. All right? One of the best boxers, at least. Dude, this guy's title run is insane. Starting first, TKO Chad Mendes to earn his title shot, then beat Jose Aldo, then he beat Max Holloway twice, then he beat a young upcoming contender in Brian Ortega, who, I guess that was prime Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega gets too much hate. He is a dangerous, like, good contender. He has a good-ass resume. His submission skills are some of the most dangerous we've ever seen at 145. He's big for the weight class. He gave Volk trouble because he's actually good. all right? And Volk took care of him. He won that decision easily, got through all the adversity he gave him, showed he's got that grit. And then what does he do? He comes back and TKOs, or not even like TKO, he beats the fuck out of Korean Zombie so bad on the feet, landing so much damage, so many significant shots that the ref had to step in and stop it, all right? Dude, all right? Like, I get it. He's not finishing these people brutally, but he's dominating them in every aspect of MMA. Sure, finish potential, not the best, but he's not boring to watch. He was an active champion, fighting like 3 times a year, maybe just twice, but bro, that's hard to come these days. These champions don't want to be active. They just want to move up. After one defense, Volk put in the fucking work. 5 title defenses, right? 5, I think. The most in the division's history, all right? And it seems like it's never going to be broken because Ilya Topuria, who looked like he was going to go on a generational run, is gone. He's ended it himself, you know? Self-destructed, man. So, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand how this is a conversation. Volk had the best title run. He beat great levels of competition. He beat Max Holloway 3 times. You know how impressive that is? And after suffering his first loss in so many years to Islam, he comes back, proves he still got it, defends his fucking belt again against Yair Rodriguez, TKOs him, brutalizes him. It was a bruiser, all right? He put on a masterclass. And, you know, you guys are going to discredit his wins. Yair's weak and he's bitch made. He's easy to finish. And Brian Ortega sucks. And Korean Zombie was washed and inactive. Fuck you, okay? That's bullshit. I don't want to hear that, okay? Yair Rodriguez is a dangerous-ass striker. He turned Max Holloway into a wrestler. This dude is a good win, okay? He's an all-time win. So yeah, Volk is the clear featherweight GOAT. I don't want to hear it. All right, now let's talk about number 2, because I think it is indeed Ilya Topuria. Okay, I do think he surpassed Max, only because Max has too many losses. It's true. Max has so many good wins, probably more like notable wins than Volk himself, because Volk's come up before he got to the title picture was kind of mid. He didn't really have any names then. Max has been here since he was like 19, fighting bad motherfuckers. He's been fighting everybody, all right? But he just has too many losses to be number 2 at this point. And Ilya Topuria KOing him after KOing Volk, putting on one of the best 2 back-to-back wins in UFC history. Islam's are still better, you know, Oliveira and then Volk, better. But yeah, Ilya Topuria is better all-time list, and the featherweight all-time list at least, than Max Holloway, because, you know, Max has lost to Dustin twice, Volk 3 times, and then Ilya. It's just too many losses. They're good. They're not bad losses at all, but it's too many. All right, and I do know that the Dustin Poirier second loss was at 155, so I guess I don't count that, but still, Ilya Topuria, he has Bryce Mitchell, subbed him, very impressive. Yusuf Zalal, that's a good aging win, even though he looked like shit in the last round of that fight. He still won, decent performance, good win. And then he masterclassed on Josh Emmett. That is a good win, okay? Josh Emmett is dangerous for anybody he fights. He can KO anybody. Masterclassed on him. Couldn't finish him because he's not going to take that risk of getting KO'd, because that's Ilya's style. He has to come forward and take shots to land his. So I don't blame him for decisioning him. Just crazy to think about. He couldn't finish him, but he finished Volk and Max. Dude, fucking, this guy's a fucking destroyer. But yeah, his run just wasn't long enough. He just doesn't have enough quantity, okay? His quality is insane, I'll admit. The Volk win and the Max win count as like 2 all-time wins each, basically. I'll admit that, but it's still not enough. Volk is still ahead of him, and Ilya's done. He's done in this division now. So, yeah, number 2, the Volk and Max win are carrying, but they're 2 great wins. What are you going to say about him? He's the second best featherweight of all time, sadly, okay? I really liked that Max was up there with Volk, keeping it competitive. And then this new young contender, the new generation, as he likes to say. I am the new generation, brother. Shut the fuck up, all right? You say it too much. But yeah, he's number 2. Okay, next we have number 3, and it is Max Holloway. All right, don't get mad, old heads. If you're watching this video, chill. I'm sorry, Jose Aldo's last on this list. He's number 4, but yeah, Max Holloway, man. What do I have to say? He so many masterclasses. Brian Ortega fucking embarrassed him. Like basic, like it was stopped on the stool. It wasn't a TKO, but it was. This dude beat the fucking life out of this dude. Definitely took some years off his life. Calvin Kattar did the same thing. KO'd Anthony Pettis. KO'd Jose Aldo twice. Made it look easy, okay? Those 2 wins are insanely valuable in this list, in this debate. What else he do? Okay, he lost to Max 3 times, and then he came back, put on a great run, showed he still has it against a young contender in Arnold Allen, beat him very clearly. Then he KO'd Korean Zombie, and then he KO'd Justin. That doesn't really help this argument. It was at 155, but yeah, still a great win. Yeah, Max Holloway, man. What do I have to say? One of the best boxers we've ever seen in the UFC. Just he's one of my favorite fighters. He's everybody's like favorite fighter. Come on, who doesn't love Max Holloway? He's just goated. He's just fucking goated. He's a cool guy, fun fighter. Never has had a boring fight ever. And yeah, he doesn't really have that many losses now that I'm looking at it, but he has more than Ilya and Volk, which really hurts him on this list. So Max Holloway is sadly 3rd. I wish he was higher. I love Max Holloway probably more than Volk and Ilya, but I have to give the credit when it's due. Okay, Max is only 3rd. And then lastly, we obviously have Jose Aldo. All right, and honestly, I do think Max Holloway and Jose Aldo are pretty interchangeable, but dude, when one guy has 2 TKO wins over the other guy, it's kind of hard to really make that argument and not get laughed at. But Jose Aldo, I like his longevity. It really helps him in this argument. He has one of the most impressive wins of all time. Yes, I'm sorry I said earlier that Volk has the most defenses. Sure, Jose has more, but I'm talking about a real, like, run, all right? A good, no, that sounds bad, but actual new generation level of competition, okay? Jose Aldo, dude, fucking name his wins in his title run. Kenny Florian, Mark Hominick, like, who the fuck are these guys, okay? I'm sorry. He just doesn't have his impressive wins, and he has a lot of losses. Marlon Morales, fucking Max Holloway twice. Lost to Volk as well. Got fucked up by Volk. Who else did he lose to? Just a lot of losses, man. He lost to Connor in 13 seconds. That really hurts. I'm gonna be real. That really hurts him. Say what you want to say about that win. I know there's gonna be at least one comment saying, "Bro, what do you mean? Connor's the best featherweight of all time. What do you mean, man? Like, please shut the fuck up. All right, don't say that, please." But yeah, that's the list. Jose Aldo 4, Max Holloway 3, Ilia Taptoro 2, and Volk is the GOAT. Volk's the GOAT, man. Top 5 of all time, best featherweight of all time. Yeah, dude, just this is a Volk Glaze video, but it needs to be done because I'm tired of seeing the disrespect because this guy got KO'd twice. He still got it. He's gonna come back. He's gonna show that grit, show that vetness, that crafty vetness. He's gonna beat the fuck out of Diego Lopez, and he's gonna strengthen my argument even more. All right, that's the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.